Do you hear it? The sound of fear echoing through the air. The whispers, the rumors, the warnings. They've always feared this moment. But now, the monster they feared is no longer a shadow in their nightmares. It's here. And it's unstoppable. For years, they spoke of it in hushed tones. The stories, the warnings, passed down like a curse from one generation to the next. Don't provoke it. Don't awaken it. Don't make it angry. The monster, the one they feared, was a myth to some and a nightmare to others. The creature that once haunted their nightmares was no longer a legend, it was real, and it was waiting. The kind of force they'd never believed could actually exist was alive and biding its time. But as it stood in the darkness, they dismissed it. They laughed at the stories, told by those who had gone before them. It's just a story, they said. It's just a tale meant to keep us in line. For years, they told themselves that the monster was nothing more than an old folk tale, a relic of the past, something that no longer mattered. But they were wrong. The truth was, every time they spoke of it, every time they dismissed it, they only made it stronger. Monsters don't fade into history, they grow. They feed on fear. They thrive on neglect. And when they finally stood at the edge of their own creation, they realized, too late, that the monster wasn't a thing of myth, it was a force of nature, as real as the earth beneath their feet. As time passed, their fear only grew. They pushed it back into their minds, locked it away in the deepest corners of their thoughts. They refused to acknowledge it, convinced that ignoring it would make it go away. But it didn't. It waited, watching, growing stronger with every passing day. They underestimated it. They thought they could outsmart it, pretend it was just a figment of imagination. They believed that as long as they refused to acknowledge it, it would eventually lose its power. But fear, as it turns out, is what fuels the beast. Now, the whispers that used to sound distant and far away have become a thunderous roar. The moment has arrived, and the monster is no longer something from the past. It is here, standing right before them, its presence undeniable. The ground trembles beneath their feet, and the very air around them grows thick with tension. The monster they feared, the one they never truly thought would come, is right here, right now. Its eyes are burning with an intensity they've never witnessed. Its body, built for destruction, is a mass of raw, untamed power. Every muscle, every movement, radiates strength, purpose, and unrelenting fury. They thought it would never come to this. They believed they could outrun it, keep it locked away in their past. But the past has a way of catching up. The monster, born from their neglect, their dismissiveness, is a living reminder that no matter how much they deny it, the consequences are always waiting, lurking in the shadows, ready to strike. For too long, they believed that they could avoid the reckoning. They convinced themselves that time would soften the blow. They believed that if they just ignored the warnings, everything would be okay. But now, standing in front of them is a force that cannot be denied, no longer controlled by their denial. The monster that lurked in their nightmares has manifested. It's no longer a mere tale told to frighten children. It's not a fairy tale. It's not a myth. It's a living, breathing creature of power and vengeance. And it's angry. Very angry. The ground shakes as the beast steps forward. Its presence is overwhelming, its every step a testament to its power. It looks them in the eye, showing them the truth they've refused to face. The thing they feared, the thing they thought was just a legend, is real. And it's not here to destroy, it's here to take back what was taken from it. For years, they thought they had control. They thought their civilization, their rules, their safety could keep them protected from the horrors they didn't want to face. But control is an illusion. And now, that illusion is shattered. The monster that they feared for so long is no longer an idea. It's a reality. And it's not interested in their apologies. It doesn't need their explanations. It doesn't care about their excuses. It has come to reclaim what it has lost. It has come to remind them of their mistakes. For too long, they believed that the power they held over the monster was absolute. They thought that by ignoring it, they could contain it. They thought that by pretending it didn't exist, they could erase it from memory. But the monster is here now, and it's far beyond their understanding. This is not the end. This is not the moment of destruction. This is the beginning of something much larger, much darker. The monster they feared is here, but it's not here to kill. It's here to show them what happens when they fail to face the truth. It's here to remind them that some things cannot be ignored forever. And now, they will learn the price of that ignorance. Sometimes, they don't come in the shape we imagined. Sometimes, they don't stay hidden in the dark. They rise from the cracks, from the shadows of our past actions. And when they do, they remind us that we can never escape the consequences of our fears. The truth is, we can't run forever. The monster they feared is here, and it's not going anywhere. This is the reckoning. This is the moment they must face. It's the price they must pay for underestimating the very thing that had the power to destroy them all along.